This video includes some of the most frequent topics that have appeared on Paper 2 GCSE Business. There are some resources for you in the description box which include a revision checklist and a formula sheet. These videos may also be of interest to you. I will put the link to them in the description box. I'll put the link to the Paper 1 version in the comments. Globalization. 3-mark question. Explain one impact on a business from increased globalization. So you can pause the video and give this question a go. Here's the answer. The opportunity to sell to more markets increases. Therefore, the business has the ability to generate global brand awareness. Thus, the business could make higher levels of revenue. Or, the business may face higher levels of competition. This could cause the price of products to fall. Therefore, the business may have to reduce average total cost to maintain competitiveness. Another globalization question. Analyze the impact on Tesla of increase in levels of globalization. 6 marks. Tesla is a public limited company based in California, USA. Its founder and main shareholder, Elon Musk, wanted to produce an electric car that is affordable to a large number of potential customers. Introduced in 2017, the basic version of the Model 3 was originally priced at $50,000, and the company wanted to reduce the price to $35,000 by 2019. However, this was difficult to achieve because Tesla's California factories suffered from low levels of productivity. These problems resulted in Tesla making a $976 million loss in 2018. Following the introduction of tariffs on US imports by the Chinese government in 2018, Tesla decided to invest $5 billion in the construction of a new car factory in Shanghai, China. This factory will use flow production. However, with only $2.4 billion of available capital, Tesla needs to raise external finance to fund it. In 2019, Tesla decided to close most of its showrooms to reduce costs. The company believes customers will be happy to purchase electric cars using e-commerce. Now, if you're not sure how to approach the Analyze 6 markers, then do check out that video. I will put the link to it in the description box. On to the mark scheme. First point, as global incomes increase, more people should be able to afford a $35,000 Model 3. And for the analysis for that point, you might include a point such as, therefore, demand for electric cars should rise. As a result, it may be able to sell the extra cars that will be manufactured in its Chinese factory, allowing it to increase revenues and reduce its losses. Another point could be that Tesla may face more competition from rival electric car manufacturers such as VW and Renault in the US and Chinese markets. And for your analysis, you might state that this means Tesla has to lower its prices below $35,000 to compete. Therefore, profit margins on each car may fall and the company may struggle to reduce its losses. Barriers to international trade. This question links to the Tesla case study. Outline one drawback to Tesla of a government introducing tariffs on imports from the US. Let's take a look at the mark scheme. You may have put, the Model 3 will now be much more expensive in countries such as China. Therefore, sales of Tesla cars will fall. Or, Tesla will have to lower the price of its cars below $35,000. This is because the tariff will increase the price above its target price. Which one of the following is a barrier to international trade? Is it aesthetics, ethics, tariffs, or trade-offs? The answer is tariffs. Another question, explain one impact on a business if tariffs are placed on its exports. This may make the product more expensive in the foreign market. Therefore, demand for the product abroad could decrease. Therefore, the business may experience fall in sales revenue. Or, the business may have to reduce prices to reduce the effects of the tariff. Therefore, the contribution made per product may decrease. This will increase the break-even point of the business. Ethics, the environment, and business. Explain one advantage to a business of improving its environmental sustainability. The mark scheme. This may make the business appear more ethical. This may reduce pressure group activity. Therefore, the brand image of the business may improve. Or, it is now less likely that the business will have to pay fines to the government for polluting the environment. As a result, the cost of the business may go down. This may make the business more competitive. Explain one impact that a pressure group can have on a business. Pressure groups may damage the brand image of the business. Therefore, potential customers may switch to ethical brands. As a result, the sales of the business may fall. Or, pressure groups may cause a government to introduce new legislation. As a result, the activities of the business may be restricted. Thus, the business may not make as much profit. The design mix. Which two of the following are elements of the design mix? Cost and function. Explain one reason why aesthetics may be important in the design mix of a product. This may make the product look more attractive. Therefore, customers may choose a product over those of a rival. As a result, market share may increase. Or, making the product look more attractive may be a source of differentiation. Therefore, potential rival businesses may find it harder to enter the market. As a result, the business may be able to charge a premium price. The product life cycle. Explain one benefit to a business of withdrawing a product when it enters the decline phase of its product life cycle. Managers can now concentrate more time on products at the growth stage of the product life cycle. As a result, these products are more likely to have a longer maturity phase. Therefore, the business may gain a larger market share. Or, products in the decline phase are likely to be making a loss. Therefore, withdrawing a product should reduce the loss the business makes. Therefore, the business should have a greater level of retained profit to invest in new products, or any other appropriate response. Explain one method that a business could use to extend the life cycle of one of its products. The business could reduce the price. Therefore, the product now appears better value for money than rival products. Thus, sales of the product should start to rise. Or, the business could target a new market segment. As a result, the product may now become attractive to a new category of customers, therefore preventing the product from going into decline. Outline one method Mind Candy can use to extend the product life cycle of one of its games. Mind Candy Limited produces games and apps for computers and mobile devices. Its most successful game was Moshi Monsters. The game was aimed at young teenagers and was a global hit with 80 million users in 2012. In 2013, Mind Candy made large losses as sales revenue fell due to the fall in popularity of its games. This was blamed on the short product life cycle of Moshi Monsters and increased competition in its market. As a result of these losses, Mind Candy reduced its workforce of software developers. Mind Candy now needed to raise £1.2 million of extra finance. It required this finance to pay existing costs and fund the development of new apps, such as Petlandia. Mind Candy believes Petlandia will allow it to return to organic growth. The app is free to download and allows players to design a virtual version of their own pet. This virtual pet can go on an adventure within the app. The adventure is then turned into a personalised storybook which can be purchased for £19.99. Let's take a look at the mark scheme. Mind Candy could build extra features into existing games such as Moshi Monsters. This means that it would be more appealing compared to games such as Candy Crush. Or, Mind Candy could make its games such as Petlandia available on more platforms. This would make it easier for more potential players to download the game. Changes in business aims and objectives. As a result of the problems it faced in 2013, Mind Candy changed its main business objective from growth to survival. Analyze the impact on Mind Candy of changing its main business objective to survival. And if you need tips on how to answer the analysed question as well as see an example, then do check out that video. Let's have a look at the mark scheme now. Mind Candy may have to abandon or reduce the development of new games and apps. So that could have been one of your points. And then you might have gone on to say, this may cut costs and cash outflows, reducing the likelihood of negative net cash flows. Therefore, improving the likelihood that Mind Candy may receive the £1.2 million investment that it needs to survive. Another point could have been Mind Candy may have to reduce its workforce of web designers and software developers. This may make Mind Candy less attractive to the most highly skilled developers, software developers, since there may be fewer opportunities to work on high-profile new games. The importance to a business of differentiating a product service. Explain one drawback to a business from differentiating its product. This may cause variable costs to increase. Therefore, the differentiation may not add value. Thus, profit per product sold may decrease. Or, differentiation could be expensive. Therefore, cash outflows may increase. This could cause a business to suffer poor cash flow. Price. Here's a 9-mark question on price. Now, there have been a couple of 9-mark questions on price, so do be aware of that. And if you need tips on how to master that 9-marker, then do check out that video. I will put the link to it in the description box. In order to continue the growth in its sales, Greggs is considering two options. Option 1, differentiate its product range, or option 2, lower its prices. Justify which one of these two options Greggs should choose. Greggs plc is a company that produces baked goods such as sausage rolls, savoury snacks and cakes. It has more than 1,900 shops and a number of factories located across the UK. In 2018, Greggs planned to open a further 130 shops to cope with its continued growth in sales. It wanted to increase the use of technology in its factories, where it uses batch production. To be able to cope with this expansion, Greggs also planned to invest in improved logistics. The growth of Greggs has been a UK high street success story. From originally being based in Newcastle and the North East, it has expanded rapidly across the whole of the UK. It has switched away from selling traditional bakery products such as bread to become more like a fast food chain. As a result, Greggs now sells a variety of takeaway goods such as pizza, soup, coffee and sandwiches, and operates in the very competitive food-to-go market. Its main rivals are Pret-a-Manger, Costa and Starbucks. In 2019, Greggs gained national publicity by becoming the first food retailer to start selling vegan sausage rolls. It is hoped that products such as this will help Greggs stand out from its rivals. The vegan sausage roll is priced at £1, 10p more than the meat-based equivalent. Over to the mark scheme. So if you were going with option 1, differentiate its product range, you might have put new products such as vegan sausage rolls can attract national publicity. Therefore, potential customers could become more aware of the fact that Greggs now sell new and exciting products. As a result, more Greggs may experience an increase in demand, which could lead to a rise in sales. However, vegan sausage rolls are a niche product since only a small percentage of the population are vegan. Therefore, the impact on sales growth might be quite small. It depends on the national publicity generated. Makes non-vegans interested in Greggs' differentiated product line. Or if you went with lower prices for items like coffee and bacon rolls should attract more customers considering the market is so competitive. You could also mention some of their competitors. This is because the value for money offered by Greggs is now better than rival providers of products such as Costa and Starbucks. As a result, customers may switch loyalties to Greggs, allowing it to build a larger customer base, which then allows for further sales growth. However, the reduction in price could be matched by Greggs' rivals. This would remove any competitive advantage that Greggs would have from lowering prices in the first place. Therefore, the success of this strategy depends on the likely reaction of rival firms in the competitive market. The sales process. Which one of the following is a stage in the sales process? Product knowledge, product quality, production, or productivity? The answer is product knowledge. Which one of the following is a stage in the sales process? Is it advertising, customer engagement, product quality, or the use of different payment systems? The answer is customer engagement. Explain one reason why having a post-sales service may be important to a business. Let's take a look at the mark scheme. This allows customers to resolve any problems they may have with the product. Therefore, customer loyalty should increase. Thus, the business should gain repeat purchases. Or, this could give the business a USP. This is because the customer now feels that the business is looking after them once they have purchased the product. Therefore, the business could gain a strong brand image for customer care, or any other appropriate response. Importance to a business of providing good customer service. Explain one disadvantage to a business of having poor customer service. Let's take a look at the mark scheme. Customers may become dissatisfied with the business. As a result, they may not make any repeat purchases. Therefore, the market share of the business may fall. Or, the brand may be damaged. Therefore, the business cannot charge a premium price. As a result, profit margins may fall. Bargate stock graph. Which one of the following is the minimum level of stock held by the business in the Bargate stock graph shown in figure 1? So we can see the stock held in units and we can see the number of days. So the minimum level of stock is right there. The options for the answer are 200 units, 300 units, 600 units, or 800 units. And the answer is 600 units. Working with suppliers. Explain one benefit to a business of having a good relationship with its suppliers. Let's take a look at the mark scheme. Suppliers are more likely to give the business discounts on raw materials. This means that the variable cost per unit may fall. Therefore, the profit made on each item may increase. Or, suppliers are likely to become more reliable. Therefore, supplies of raw materials are more likely to arrive on time. As a result, a business can now successfully operate a just-in-time stock control system or any other appropriate response. Making human resource decisions. Communication. Explain one impact on a business from reducing the size of its workforce. This is because the business will not have to pay as many wages or salaries to workers. Thus, the break-even point of the business will fall. Or, the motivation of the remaining staff may fall. This is because they may be worried about losing their jobs. Therefore, the business may experience a decrease in productivity. Which one of the following is a barrier to effective communication? Is it new information, new machinery, jargon, or job description? The answer is jargon. So jargon is language that is specific to a particular field. Let's move on. Explain one impact on a business from a lack of communication. Take a look at the mark scheme. Employees will be unsure of what they have to do. As a result, they may start to make mistakes. Therefore, the quality of the good or service may fall. Or, employees may lack the information they need to do their job properly. Therefore, employee motivation may fall. Thus, employees may decide to leave the business, causing staff shortages, or any other appropriate response. Explain one possible barrier to effective communication within a business. Using technical language or jargon, this may confuse employees. As a result, employees may not carry out a task correctly. Or, having too many layers in the hierarchy. This may mean that messages have to pass through too many employees. Therefore, it makes it difficult for the business to respond quickly to change. Thank you for watching this video. The next two videos that will appear on the screen are what YouTube thinks you should watch next.